Yo, what is up, everybody? Starry Ray here. Game 5 of Celtics versus Warriors just ended, and man, I tried to wait until the end of the final series to make this video, or to make any video about the finals. But the game 5 was just so important, and I think this game kind of solidifies who's gonna win. And the Warriors did win. But yeah, this game was just so important. The Celtics needed this so much if they wanted to win the finals, and wanted the championship. They needed to steal this game in Golden State, and they just couldn't do it. They fought. The Warriors came out so strong in the first quarter. They came out so strong, and the Celtics fought, and it was close at halftime. I think it was kind of close at halftime, and then third quarter, Celtics went boom. They came out strong, but the Warriors stayed there too as well. And then in the fourth quarter, the Celtics just fell apart again. In the fourth quarter, the Celtics just fell apart again, and the Warriors won it. The championship DNA came out, and championship DNA was not a factor for Andrew Wiggins, though. Let's talk about that. Andrew Wiggins has been a key factor in this finals run for the Warriors. Klay Thompson has still not been himself. Draymond Green has been the talk of the town with his podcast and his poor play. And Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole have been the two players who've stuck around, but Andrew Wiggins specifically in Game 5 has just went boom. He 100% took over this game when Curry did not have a good night. Curry did not have a good night for Curry standards. Like I said, Steph Curry did not have a good game. He had 9 attempts from 3-point, and he missed them all. He went 0 for 9. And he ended the game with 16 points. Steph Curry has been on a tear. It's been Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins in this playoff run, but Steph Curry specifically has been putting the team on his back in the finals. And for this game, for him to have missed every shot from 3-pointer and only end the game with 16 points, it's huge. It is very, very huge for the Warriors. And this was the game that if the Celtics were going to steal to have a chance to really win the finals, this was the most important game to win, and they just did not do it. Andrew Wiggins, they did not stop that man. It was really the Andrew Wiggins legacy game for sure, 100%. One of the big things that Andrew Wiggins does is he rebounds the ball. He had 13 rebounds in total, and 12 of them were defensive rebounds. So that means that they're getting the ball more. They're having more possessions than the Celtics. And it's just, man, he was really, really good. 26 points, and it's just, you couldn't ask for better. He stepped up when Klay Thompson is still struggling. He had 11 attempts and he made 5 of them from 3-pointer. So I mean, it's not bad, but I think 2 of them came in the fourth quarter when the Celtics were already out. So Klay Thompson hasn't been the same Klay that we've expected and wanted. And and Draymond Green has been very quiet. This was a very exciting game for Draymond. Draymond had a really, really good game. His energy was there. He was in the game. There wasn't any antics going on or anything until the end when the Warriors were winning. Then he got a little crazy, out of hand. But the rest of the whole game, he was in it, and he was playing really, really good. He ended the night with 8 points. But for Draymond Green, 8 points. We're not expecting him to have crazy numbers. So for him to have 8 points is way better than when he had 2 points. He really did affect the game. He wasn't, he just wasn't out there for fouls. He was really affecting the game, and it was good for Draymond Green to have this game. It just kind of sucks that, it kind of gets overshadowed when, he did foul out. But, he does some, he's too extra. He does too many antics on the sideline. And there was this specific play where, Jason Tatum, he was pressing Jason Tatum after a timeout, and it's just there's no need for that. It's really no need for that. But shout out to Draymond. He had a good game in this. this game 5. Game 5 Draymond's here. But let's talk about the Boston Celtics. The reason why I wanted to make this video, because man, Jaylen Brown has been so good in the finals. In this finals run, Jaylen Brown has been so good, and he just did not do it. He did not do it this game. He did not do well at all. His plus minus was minus 19. He had some, I don't like it. Some of the shots he took were just bad. He just did not have it tonight, and the Celtics cannot have that happen. They really cannot have that happen. Jason Tatum has been just regular. Jason Tatum has just put up, I think, around 27 points. He's just been okay. And Jason Tatum has not, stepped up like Jaylen Brown did the past games. So I think that, just having Jason Tatum just being okay, and then having Jaylen Brown having an awful game, I think we can say it was an awful game, was just not a recipe for success. And it was, they almost had it, but they just fell apart in the fourth quarter. 100%. The shots that they took in the fourth quarter were so bad. They were very, very bad. I did not like the shots that they were taking. I don't know. It happened before too. In the previous games that in the fourth quarter, they just don't take. In the fourth quarter, they become ISO. And that's just not what they do the whole rest of the third quarter. 3 quarters, they don't play like that. It becomes ISO, and it becomes 1v1, and then just becomes bad shots. I think Jason Tatum took like a fadeaway over, I think it was Wiggins. He tried to take a fadeaway over Wiggins with so much time left on the clock, and it was an air ball. And it was just, man, and Jason Tatum had airball threes and stuff. It's just like the Celtics just have bad shot tendencies. And it's just, I think it really affected him this game for sure. Al Horford didn't do anything. Everyone on the Celtics besides Robert Williams had a negative plus minus. They're in the minus though. Everyone was in the minus, and that just shows how bad they were tonight. Robert Williams was the only one really playing good. Robert Williams had 8 rebounds in total, 3 offensive, 5 defensive, but he was just in the paint. He was in there dogging it up. He was doing it. He was doing what he had to do. And he was hitting his free throws, something that Jason Tatum did not do. So that was very bad. Al Horford, the free throws were awful tonight. Jaylen Brown had 10 attempts, but he made 8, For sure, Jason Tatum has to do better. 6 attempts and only making 2. That's just bad, It's just very bad, They didn't play good at well, and that there was a point where Marcus Smart was just getting, he was getting frustrated, and fouls were called and technicals were called on him, and the Celtics fell apart in the fourth quarter, and it was very bad. It was very upsetting. If I was a Celtics fan, I don't know how I sleep, because I 100% believe that the Celtics have the capability to win, to beat this. They have the capability to win the finals, but it comes down to them just falling apart in the fourth quarter, or falling apart earlier, and then not be able to dig themselves out. They get too frustrated, they get too overwhelmed, and like I said, the bad shots, the ISO, it's just all bad. Oh, one thing I did not talk about, I don't even know how I forgot to talk about this, is the turnovers. They had a combined 18 turnovers. That's just a recipe to lose the game. 18 turnovers is awful. There's no way to slice it or anything. They just had awful turnovers, and some of them were just like not locked in. Some of the turnovers were just so bad. It's just very, like, I don't know. It's not what the Celtics have been this season. I mean, they have been. Jason Tatum has been, like, I think in the playoffs he's been a leader in turnovers, but like, yeah, I think going into the series with the turnovers were one of the main things that the Celtics needed to take care of that I mentioned, and they just haven't been able to do that, and it bit them in the ass this game. It really bit them in the ass this game, and they couldn't do it. Yeah, so the Celtics, I still do give them a shot next game. It's on Thursday. Game 6 on Thursday. I still give them a shot because one thing that I did mention is that the Warriors 100% take their foot off the gas pedal. Now, this is the finals, so I'm not gonna 100% bet on it, but they do have that. It's happened in these playoffs that the Warriors just take their foot off the gas and let the team still win, and then it's up in the air. But I'm not gonna count on the Warriors to fumble the bag game 6 because it's the finals. I think they're gonna be locked in, but we saw it happen, and we can't just let it slide. I'm not gonna let it slide. I'm 100% not gonna let that slide. So it is something, if I'm a Celtics fan, which I am for this playoffs, for this finals run, I am a Celtics fan. I'm gonna not bank on it, but I'm gonna cross my fingers, hopefully that the Celtics can come out and win. They have a lot of days. It's on Thursday, so they have a few days to just game plan and get ready, and there's a chance. Anything can happen in the finals, man. Anything can happen. We're seeing Andrew Wiggins have legacy games in the finals. People writ him off, bust, so it's just, yeah, it's been fun, and it's been exciting. That's something I need to mention though. I said I wanted close, fun games, not blowouts, and this finals run has been very close, and it's been fun. I mean, it was the final score was 94-104. Sure, the fourth quarter was kind of iffy, but it's not a blowout like the playoffs have been. It's not like a 20+ blowout. It's still close, and the Celtics, you don't just want to turn it off because the Celtics still have a chance to win. It may be super slim, but you're like, what if they just get hot? What if they just get hot? So yeah, it's fun. It's been a fun series, and I'm happy with the finals, man. I'm happy spending my nights watching this, and I'm happy to make this video. It's just, yeah, it's been a lot of fun this playoffs. But yeah, I think that's really gonna be it for this video. There's not much. I just wanted to go over it. Game 6 coming up. I'm still rocking with the Celtics. Like I said, they still have a chance to win. But yeah, I'll do a full. I think I'll do like a full playoff recap after this. After whenever the series ends. If it's Thursday or the following day after that. I don't even know when the next game is. Yeah, I'll do like a full probably recap of that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. It's been fun. Shout out to the NBA. And yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I'm gonna continue to have fun. And I hope y'all having fun. Who do you guys see winning? Is it gonna end in game 6 or is it going 7? Let me know in the comments who you got, and let me know what team you've been rooting for. So yeah, check out the links in the description, like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Later.